Hey, collective. Hey, y'all. I hope you guys are doing really good today. I hope y'all are having a really good day. I hope you guys are well, I should say. Um, Doing well, feeling well, good health, good spirits, all the above. Thank you guys so much for just all you guys are doing to support me in the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the donations. I really appreciate it because our channel is not monetized. So thank you so much. Um, I put you guys on a prayer list and I do send out extra special prayers for you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who is sharing the content. I've noticed a lot of people are sharing the content and that's dope. Thank you for helping me to get the messages out. And I like always say, just being a vessel in that way. And also in the comments, you guys, y'all keep me going, keep me laughing. I did just respond to all the comments. So um I do enjoy looking through them, y'all. I don't just go down and like hit love on and you'll notice that if you do say something relevant to the reading, I do respond. Okay, I know that some people just are venting and all that kind of stuff. I still read it even though I don't respond. But I just appreciate you guys, sharing, and I hope that you feel like you can bit, you know what I mean? I don't want you to feel like you can't on the channel. So I'm glad that you guys, because sometimes you just need to get it out. Sometimes you just have to like let it out. And you're so happy that somebody understands what you're going through. And it also makes you feel like, see, I knew I wasn't crazy. You know what I mean? So keep it coming, keep it coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the ways you guys support the channel. And you guys have a lot of nice things to say about me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's check the energy for divine feminine, divine masculine, please, and thank you. Oop. All right. Oh, okay. So these cards is already flying. We got the 5 of Pentacles out here. Oh, and let me say this for the newbies. Thank you for, coming in, and I hope you decide to join the tribe. Just know that gender roles can be reversed, okay? Also, too, um, everything is not going to resonate for everyone. At this point, it's thousands of people watching one reading, so you have to take what resonates. Okay, if you hear something that doesn't pertain to you, you can feel free to keep your comments to yourself. You don't have to put, "Oh, this is not about me," or "Oh, that's a lie," in the comment section. Okay, because I'm blocking all the foolishness. Okay, what else, Holy Spirit? Okay, Temperance is here. And y'all, this is what's crazy. I just wanted to say this. Somebody actually put in my comment section twice that I need to stop. Like, I guess, who was she saying? Like, I need to stop, like copying off of somebody else's work. And the person she talking about is in my collective and shares my videos. I just figured that out too. So she got blocked, but at the same time, it's like, really? Like, come on now. What's the energy here? Okay, so I feel like something that was lost. You may have experienced like financial loss due to like a relationship, ending here. This stuff is about to change. Whatever this financial loss, this 5 of Pentacles energy is, the Temperance is here with the Wheel. So this is about to change. Things are being balanced out to release you or free you from something here. Especially if you are in this earth angel energy and you've been like, wrongly accused, or, someone on the outs, someone in the 3D, I should say, is doing something to like mess with your energy here, try to keep you in some low vibrational energy, trying to keep you, in a state of lack. This is being balanced out here. Like the wheel is getting ready to turn. Yeah, there's the Fool. You being released from something. Also, too, like if you just wanted to have a fresh new start, bringing something new into your life, or been praying for like a new life, you know what I mean? Like to get away from all of this like low vibrational stuff or low vibrational people. It's coming. A fresh new start is on the way. This wheel here is turning. It's the wheel of fortune. Okay, it's like destiny also. So I feel like this is you being able to get on your right path as an earth angel here. And just possibly could be just you getting out of some low vibrational energy here. I've noticed like this week it has definitely been an energy shift, and I haven't even looked at the moon cycles this year yet. I need to write those down. So I'm not sure like what could be causing the shift. It could just be like your energy is causing a shift here. Maybe coming up out of like that woe is me and that victim mentality, and getting more into this earth angel energy where you're like powering up on people. Okay, and it's turning the wheel here. It's the end of something with this world card, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so something is coming in here for you. Whatever someone was trying to stop is what it looks like. What's this energy? You guys also too, when you are finding out what you're destined to do, when you get to that point where you know what your destiny is, or at least you know like what you're being called to do, and you start springing into action in that direction, a lot will change, or a lot has changed for you guys, depending on where you are, in your journey. Everyone's timeline is different, so this could be past, present, or future for you guys. So only you know where this fits or if it fits, okay? So with the 10 of Pentacles here, that's what I mean. So that lack, now you're about to be in the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So this is a big shift, I feel like, for some of you guys. Okay, I just heard a big blessing is coming through. It's a shift. I really keep hearing like shift. Something is shifting in your favor here. Something I feel like that you always wanted. And also too, you guys, when you start dreaming, like if you practice the secret, you realize that some of the things that you want now are some of the things that you've always wanted, that you dreamed about when you were a kid, or that you put on your list, your bucket list, or whatever. Um and it's starting to come back. It's like whatever you felt like you were wanting to do in the past, a lot of times that's the most accurate, right? Because it's before the you got jaded and entered the matrix of the 3D, right? And so you'll find yourself like even going back to things that you used to love to do before you stop doing them. You know what I mean? Your talents and abilities starting to come back, because now you don't have all this, spiritual warfare going on and someone trying to take your gifts. You know who's doing what, you blocking people, defending yourself. And so this is really good energy, because I feel like it's a big change, a big shift. But there's going to be some, yeah, Ace of Swords truth. There's going to be some familiarity. Can I not say the word today? There's something familiar. There we go. I'll just say that. Something familiar about what you're manifesting right now, or what's coming into your reality. So for example, you could have always loved to paint, and you don't even know why you fell out of love with painting over the years, or why you haven't picked up a paintbrush at all. And so now, since you're in this earth angel energy and you're getting rid of these blockages and all that kind of stuff, now you're like, you know what? I really want to paint again, and because that was your calling anyway. You know what I mean? So once you start getting back into that, it's like, oh, okay. Then you meet people. You could even get into like having an art gallery, or getting your paintings or something in an art gallery now, because that was always your path. It's just that something got you off your path, or someone was doing something to you to like get you off your path here. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, something that you love here. See that earth angel energy with that Queen of Cups and that Temperance. That's exactly what I'm picking up on. And so yeah, you made a decision to start a new path here. Someone could also be finding out some information here that's going to change things for you, like literally change the course of your life, okay, in a really good way. And my hand is itching too. My palm is itching, both of them. Okay, so now the left one is itching too. Okay, y'all, this is good. This is really good energy here. Yeah, there's something that you could be working on. Something ended and now it's going to be coming back to you here. Okay, for some of you guys, you were meant to be stars. You were meant to be seen. Listen, I can't even make it up. You were meant to be seen, and yeah, for the work that you do. Exactly. And so someone has just gotten in the way of that. I feel like, someone who may have checked into your Akashic records here and found out what you were meant to be, what you were destined to be, and tried to take that from you before you possibly even stepped into it fully. Yeah, the tower is here with the Ace of Swords. Exactly. All right, yeah, with these spiritual attacks. Okay, so that's what's been going on as well, these spiritual attacks. Okay. And so with the Queen of Swords, you're getting rid of all of this. And look what comes after that, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. And the Seven of Pentacles. You get to just reap, like this is harvest. What was I going to say? Harvesting. Someone could have been harvesting your energy. So it's kind of like the people around you were doing really well financially or seem to always have a come up. And then it's like all of a sudden you just start doing bad. Okay. You could have been doing really well and then something just came to an abrupt end or like an abrupt stop. Okay. It stopped to the point where you just was like, what the hell is going on? And it changed the course of your life. You see what I'm saying? So now you cleared out all this stuff that no longer serves you here with that Queen of Swords energy. With the Queen of Swords energy here. And so now you're being, yeah, like I feel like something like a pathway or a doorway or something is opening for you to get on your right path here. Yeah, that's that new perspective with the Hangman for sure. Yeah, strength, confidence. Now you know where you're supposed to be. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Especially with that King of Swords being out here, that's that energy of you know exactly what's going on. You cut through all the bullshit. You know you need to release this, that, and the third, and you're making those final decisions, okay, about your life, right? About the path that you're going to go on, deciding to just do whatever anyway, regardless of what someone is saying, what someone is trying to, get you to do. That Nine of Cups energy, being focused on your cups, your dreams, okay, what you want. Yeah, Hierophant. That's an awakening here too. High Priestess. Yeah, some of y'all are stepping into gifts for sure. And using your intuition to guide you rather than listening to people or following trends and trying to be like everybody else. Okay, what's the energy here? I just heard the flesh makes you weak. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, cutting out things that no longer serve you here. And some of you guys could have even had a Queen of Swords that's like a mother figure here who was doing something to harvest off of your energy. And I feel like that's who you've had to cut off. Whomever you knew was harvesting off of your energy, you had to let it go. And so you're going to find stability now. It's going to be easier to manifest. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles energy. Yeah, for sure. And what they were doing was just taking like your good energy. If you were able to like manifest, especially if you're like a chosen, divine being here, it just, people just flock to you to take from you. Okay, they flock to you to betray you, then they send other people in to betray you. It's just one of those things. And so I feel like this is about like transmuting energy as well. Somebody is left hanging. Okay, the person now that was siphoning all your energy to create a life for themselves is now possibly confused about what's going on, but they're in lack. They don't know what's, yeah, Seven of Wands here. This being blocked. Whatever energy they're trying to send to you now is being blocked. You're standing up for yourself. You're not taking nobody else's shit, no one else's opinions, whatever they think, all these actions that they want you to take, you're blocking all of this out. And you're defending yourself because you don't have time for any of this anymore. You've elevated. If you notice, they're down here, you can't even see them. You can't even see the people who have these wands. But you're up here, okay, and now you've elevated. You don't have time for this. I feel like you Queen of Swords everybody who had an issue with your growth, with your new path, wherever you wanted to go, wherever you're wanting to go right now. Yeah, and the Two of Cups is here. And this could just be you loving yourself as well, figuring out what you deserve. Okay. Also, too, someone could have been messing with your love life because of who you're meant to marry, especially with this Queen of Pentacles out here with the Two of Cups to the star energy here, like healing your love relationships, right? Healing the way you love people, knowing that everything is not your fault, blaming yourself for things, stuff like that. You also heal the relationship, I feel like, with yourself. Okay. So maybe you were going through a breakup and maybe you did lose a lot of things because like I said, broke up with somebody here, but I feel like even that's about to be healed. I feel like you healed yourself as far as your heart and your mind, and maybe even forgiving this person, as they are, just maybe not mess with them or talk to them anymore or something like that. Got them out your energy here. And now I feel like you're about to get one of those relationships that is healing. It's like one of those, um, I heard unforgettable, an unforgettable love. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, there go the doors opening. Two of Wands. Look, the lovers. Okay, that's who. For some of you guys have been attacked because of who you are supposed to be with, and that's the craziest thing when you think about it. But to these people, it's like they wouldn't be able to handle it. If you married someone who was a politician, or you were meant to marry someone who was just in the spotlight in some kind of way, an entertainer, someone could even you could even be like a public speaker and meant to be with another public speaker who's like super exposed and inspirational. And just when I say exposed, I mean just like everywhere. Okay, everywhere online, books, videos, YouTube, even maybe even like speaking at conventions or conferences or whatever. Maybe you're meant to be with someone like that, and so they were trying to knock you off the path of that because they would be, child, they can't stand to see it. Okay, someone in their ego is what this is. Someone who's narcissistic, egotistical, energy, um who wants to take that from you, or who wanted to take that from you. What's the energy here, Holy Spirit? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I think some of you guys definitely had to like figure out who was doing what, like, and it felt like a juggling act. It's like every time I do this, then something happens. Every time, and then that's how you're able to figure out who's doing what. Is because also too, I feel like you guys have stopped telling people what your next moves are, or maybe there's a need to do that, to keep people at bay. And I feel like too, whatever this newfound perspective that you have, it has bothered people. Like, woof, like people can't really deal with like the new you here. And that's that Queen of Swords. It's like if you're gonna be, back and forth, if you're not gonna treat me the same, or something also about reciprocating energy here. Like maybe you always were given to someone and they weren't giving back. I feel like you just weighed your options on your relationships here. Okay, not like love relationships only, but I mean like the way that your family treats you, the way your friends treat you. You're not allowing a lot of this stuff any longer. Yeah. And then the Tower is here. Like, no, you're not about to keep having anxiety and then fear, and they sleep peacefully and they're doing something to you. And also just sending all that energy of fear, procrastination, sending the energy of procrastination has been coming up a lot. Because if someone can attack you any longer in the physical, they're trying to make you self-sabotage by sending the energy of procrastination. Yeah, and this is that confusion energy that I was picking up on, where someone is confused about like, why is this not working? This is you also transmuting that energy too, opening up this door to options again, to where you do have more options. Like I said, when you were a kid, the things that you wanted, the things that you valued, the way you saw your life going. Okay, because we always did that when we were in high school. We always like, when I grow up, I want to do this. When I grow up, I want to do this. When I have kids, I want it to be like this, you know. And for a long time, you probably were on that path, and then something got you off the path. Okay. Some of you guys could have found yourself like juggling finances here as well. And like I said, it's like all of a sudden things just stopped like abruptly. Like you were fine, things were good, business was going and flowing, income was coming in, you were getting a lot of things that you were manifesting, and then something just came and like swept it out. Okay. What's the energy here? High Priestess. That's that intuitive nudge. Okay. So you guys are getting those now, listening to them, listening to yourself, but also trusting that your intuition is leading you in the right direction. Also knowing that your angel, God, your guides, they have you, right? The Most High has you, and being confident in knowing that no man can like take, anything from you, because that's part of it also. Believing that it is hurting or harming you, and consistently talking about it, consistently feeling like a victim, it'll consistently keep you in victim mode. Okay. So there's something about like coming up out of that as well, like, and that's even an illusion as well, that you're trapped, that you can't do this, do that, go anywhere. There's protection, and then there's an illusion. You know what I mean? There's a difference here. Some things are for your protection, excuse me, but some things are an illusion that make you feel like, oh, I can't go out, I can't do this, I can't, and you keep telling yourself that, you telling other people that, you just stay in it constantly. I noticed a lot of people they're speaking out about things, and that's fine, but sometimes you have to separate yourself from it. Okay, you don't have to feel it as hard, because you're just projecting that energy, into your life. You're accepting it, you're confirming it, right? And so like if you practice the secret, there is, the outcome, what you want to happen is what you should focus on, not what is happening to you right now. Okay, you have to have some kind of optimism. You have to be optimistic in knowing that things are going to get better. Also too, there's something about like pessimism, being pessimistic, okay, to where you just feel like, nothing is going to go right. You believe it when you see it, things like that. So maybe you guys are even coming up out of that because you're seeing miracles being done in your own life here. Once you, yeah, there it is, the awakening, Hierophant. Yeah. And now you're awakened to a lot more things than you realize. I feel like having to learn those lessons here, things coming back to you. I feel like someone has seen miracles happen, and it's like, oh my gosh, you mean to tell me all I got to do is just believe? Yes. Yes, just believe that it will come to you, believe that you deserve it. Okay. What's the energy? Yeah, with the Six of Swords. And that's why people tend to believe that people who are like powerful manifestors are like doing some kind of like witchcraft or something here, because they see a miracle play out in your life that only the Most High can do. You know what I mean? Only, if you were listening, that you look like you've performed a miracle for yourself, right? But really, it wasn't you by yourself. Okay, you had some helpers, right? You have some angelic help that has come in and helped you along the way. With this Six of Swords energy too, it's like that rescue boat came through for you once you started to use your intuition and listen and be guided, rather than trying to like take control over your life. I'm gonna just keep doing this. Okay, we're gonna keep getting the same results, and don't blame God. Okay, it's something like that going on. The rescue boat is here for those who have been listening, for those who have been planting seeds here. It's reaping season. Yeah, and it's coming in a lot quicker than you possibly even thought. That's what the shift is. Things are coming in faster. I feel like a lot of people woke up recently and just came out of some kind of trance or an illusion here. And a lot of people are being freed. I'm hearing that, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. So maybe something happened in January, like around Martin Luther King's birthday. I don't know if it was like a certain moon cycle or something, or maybe a planet went direct or something. I don't know. But this is a major shift to where things are coming faster. Things are coming back to you faster as well. So whatever, like I said, was stolen or taken from you, it's coming back. Those dreams, those aspirations, all of that. But there's been like a mass awakening here, I feel like for a lot of people, like when I say mass, I mean like hundreds, thousands of people have like woken up out the matrix here. The spell has been broken. Okay. Yeah, and there's that 10. This is also just like comfort. The 10 of cups, this card here gives me like comfort, being able to just have a home. Some people are homeless, you know what I mean, because of all the stuff that people are doing to them or have done in the past. Believing that you will still have a home one day, that things like that, manifesting a way through something here. And so I feel like it's just like the road to recovery. And the strength card can also mean recovery as well. Maybe you are recovering from being under those heavy spiritual attacks. Your mind, your brain is opening up. Your intuition has opened up. Also, too, you could be like coming into more gifts, like spiritual gifts, where you might start seeing or being able to do something that you weren't able to do before. I do feel like someone here is like going through that. Yeah, they're going to Emperor right there. And there's a need to take charge in your own life, and I feel like that's what spirit was like waiting on you to do that, so they could help you or something. Here is what I'm getting. Yeah, in the past maybe it was like just praying, and that was it. But I feel like you beefed up some kind of like spiritual protection here, to where that you have to kind of do some other things, like to counteract, to transmute this energy here. Spiritual attack is not saying that prayer can't help, but prayer, along with a few other things, can really like knock out some pretty bad energy, depending on what's happening to you. So I feel like people are learning new ways to protect themselves, to protect their energy here, to stay at peace, to have comfort. Okay. What else is? Oh, what's going on? Yeah, being jaded or something here. And so also too, when I was talking about not telling anyone about your new path or where you're going or what you're doing, is helping, like to not let people see what is happening in your life. I feel like a lot of you guys have maybe gotten off social media to where you're not sharing everything that's going on in your life. Where you're not, feeling like you need to explain yourself to people or defend yourself to people, especially people that you do not know, right? Just like what I was saying in my comment section, like I've just blocked people out. I don't know you personally, you don't know me personally, but you came to Tarot Land and now you're gonna tell me I'm lying. Oh, that doesn't happen. Okay. But if you scroll down and you read the comments, you'll see people saying, "This is my story. This happened to me." You know what I mean? Like people who want to be jaded, you just have to let them be jaded. But you don't have to accept what they're saying. You don't have to defend yourself. Me, I have the power to block people out, and that's just what I do. Because I don't have to sit there and deal with that. Okay, so if you feel like I'm lying, don't come back to my channel. If you don't believe, that people have psychic abilities or can see things, then don't come back to my channel. You know what I mean? So setting standards, knowing that if someone is not reciprocating, then you can block them out. You know what I mean? You do not have to deal with people that are in that energy. Yeah, taking actions to cut people out. Also, too, just like I said, because I'll show you on here. This card is always giving me like the throat chakra here, and then the crown chakra, and then this third eye. So keeping like something covered, keeping your ideas hidden. Okay. Even being careful about what you're saying, what you're speaking, how you're moving. A lot of times we can create an illusion ourselves because we're speaking negativity over our own life. We're accepting the fact that someone is attacking us, but it's always going to be this way. It's always this and that, waking up in a victim mentality every day, rather than waking up and saying, this is the action that I have to take every morning. Like some of us have become very ritualistic in the way that we protect ourselves. Every morning you get up, meditate, say these prayers, do this, do that. Someone gets up and does the rosary every day. I'm getting that. So someone is like, understanding like how to put that wall up every single day, cut those cords every single day, rather than maybe before you felt like you could just do it once every month or something. Now you have to do it every single day. Taking spiritual baths or a spiritual shower every single day versus just, I do it once a month or I do it once a week, like beefing up that security, that protection around you. And it's creating more growth rather than lack. It's putting you in a better mind frame to where you don't feel defeated all the time. You know that you hold the power to do something about it. And a lot of times, you guys, like doing something in the physical is just not the answer. When you know you've done all you can do in the physical, it's time to go into spiritual. And I feel like that's what's been learned here, is that how to, it's spiritual warfare. Okay, everything is not 3D. Everything is not on the physical that is happening to you. It is happening to you in the physical and in the spirit for a lot of you guys. But knowing how to defend yourself in the spiritual realm, as above, so below. Okay. Yeah, look at that, detective and beggar, like getting out of this energy here where you was like, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, or like this is not, this is a test, this is not to hurt me. And I feel like having someone is having conversations with themselves, like when something happens, it's like that talk down, like talking yourself back down instead of just rushing to action. Spring into action. I know a lot of people are all about the action, action, action. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep blah, blah, blah until I get the results that I want. But what you're doing is feeding into it more so than getting over it, right? The way through is not to keep harping on it. Okay. It's not to keep speaking about it and keep being so vigilant that you're angry all the time, and that everything that you see, everything that you hear is like, see, I knew that that's what was going on. Like getting out of that mind frame is so important. Taking it's a way to take your life back, to take your mind back. You know what I mean? There is power in your voice, but it's more powerful when you're speaking to the divine. Okay, when you're speaking to your angels and your ancestors and your guides to help you. Use the power of your voice for that, to ask for help from the spiritual realm to defeat these people for you, because it's more powerful in that way. You do not have to physically fight somebody, okay, at all. You do not always have to do that. You can go and in the spirit and actually say, can you please handle this person over here, because Susie Q is going to make me slap her. And you'll notice Susie Q might not even be at that job anymore in 2 more weeks. Okay, now she's not your problem anymore. But if you go home every day crying about Susie Q bullying you, guess what she gonna do tomorrow? She gonna up the ante, because that's the energy you're putting out. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. We can create obstacles, roadblocks, strife for ourselves, because, yeah, confirmation, because we are not feeding or being focused on what we want. We're being focused on what someone is doing to us. Okay. What's the energy here? Trickster energy for sure. And that's that self-sabotage that I was talking about. Yeah, the damsel. Yep. Making you feel like you're a victim in your own home all the time. Things like that. And when you get out of this, yeah, avenger rather than being a martyr. Exactly. Okay. So when you get out of this damsel energy here, you will realize your strength, your power. Okay. You will see things change. You can speak things into existence in all forms, good or bad. Okay, so you can be worried about something and then it happens. Okay, or you cannot worry about it and say, oh, I know that that's being handled by my guides, or I know the Most High is taking care of that for me, so I don't have to worry about that. Now I'm over here, focused on my calling, my purpose, what I'm here to do. Okay, because the illusion is just to get you off your path, because then all you become is just an advocate for the pain and the suffering instead of what you really should be doing and the path you should be on. Oh, look, Alchemist came out. I'm gonna take that out. And there's that mother card here. Visionary priest, yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, outcome, like I said, a lot of people found out it was their mother who was the one doing this, a mother or a father who was the one in the energy, and their energy, the one that they trusted the most, is the one who's doing the most harm. And having to cut that tie is hard, especially if your parent helps you, because that's what they've done is put you in a position to always need them for something. And so it can be really difficult breaking away from that, moving away from this. I will say this also. Some people are like, well, I moved and nothing happened, but you kept your same cell phone, you kept your same number, you kept all your same social media accounts. All you did was change your location. You know what I mean? And so then it's like, but they still can find, well, you didn't change anything else. You weren't willing to just like completely part with your past in a way to where you change your phone number, change your email accounts, get a new phone, things like that. Okay. Changing your location is not going to be the answer if you are not willing to change some of the other things, like even getting off of social media. If you're being hacked constantly, or you know that someone is on your social media, do you have to have the same social media account? You have to be okay with losing things, okay? Things that no longer serve you, things that are completely in your past, right? Because you're moving forward. The more we try to hang on to the past, sometimes the more problems it brings when we're trying to manifest something, because it's like a fight, right? It's fighting against what you're trying to do. So it slows down your forward movement. Okay. Being willing to part with those friends. You can get rid of this mother, but what about your best friend that's still in your energy doing stuff? Still having conversations with them every day, telling them everything that they need to know to attack you. So you have to be willing to like disconnect completely sometimes, like completely. And so that's where your intuition comes in as well, to let you know, like, hey, this is happening to you. You might want to do this. You might want to do that. You might want to stay home until 5 o'clock today. So stay home until 5 o'clock. You don't have to know why, because a lot of times it'll be revealed, but you also have to be comfortable in not having all the answers all the time. Okay. For people who are waiting on money and people owe you money and things like that, and like I love to see in the comments when you guys are like, this has happened to me, but I know the Most High is going to bless me. I know the Most High is going to deal with those people. You know what I mean? I love to see that kind of stuff, because you know what's going on, but you haven't accepted it. Oh, this is my life now. You know what I mean? You're like still very optimistic rather than being pessimistic about what is happening to you, what you can achieve. You know that you can achieve anything with the Most High. And so you're coming into that reality for some people that, this 3D shit is just 3D. You can be fearful of someone in the 3D, but really and honestly, there's no need. Even I had to figure that out. You know what I mean? That was my biggest thing. It's like, well, this person is calling me, telling me this. It's like, okay, well, do you know that you don't have to answer the phone for that person? If you know something is going to make you upset, don't indulge. Don't listen to something if you know it's going to make you mad. Just delete the message without reading it. I part with my phone. I don't feel like I need to answer the phone all the time. My kids used to bring me my phone when it started ringing, and I'm like, go put it back where it was. I don't need to talk on the phone right now. Like, I don't care who is calling me. If it was an emergency, I would feel it. I would know. But a lot of times, you could have someone that's just calling you just to gossip, and they calling you and calling you and calling you to make you feel like it's an emergency, and then you call them back and they don't want anything. You know what I mean? So that's discernment as well. So what else, Holy Spirit? And something too about being grounded as well. Standing in your truth and knowing your power. Okay. A lot of things like fear is taught. Okay, it's grooming. I'm realizing, like, with my kids, like the way that the teachers are teaching nowadays, the stuff that they're teaching the children, it's like they're already grooming them for this. I won't even go. That's another reading. Another reading, another day. But they are being groomed by teachers. Okay. These teachers are like creating bad habits. They're instilling fear, in children and things like that. And so it's a part of the agenda. I'll just say that. And so teaching student is here. That's what I mean. Teaching your children how to even alchemize energy especially if you have gifted children. That's going to be very important. Okay, because what you're doing is passing down whatever is happening. So you want to cut those ties with those people, that bloodline, clear out your bloodline, you know, cutting cords, things like that. Because now a lot of you guys are going to come into generational wealth because you have cut ties from the karmics in your family, whether it was your mother, father, sister, brother, whomever. Okay, and so starting a new generation of wealth here, having more going on rather than like the curse of the bloodline, because a lot of people have cursed their bloodlines with doing stupid shit, or doing magic and shit like that, and it's coming back on people in the family. If you guys notice in the news right now, because I see it on my feed like almost every day. A lot of children are dying. A lot of parents are killing their children right now. A lot of kids are, killing their parents even. So it's a lot of kids, children doing things that we would never even imagine years ago. Okay. And it's a part of this agenda. It's grooming. Okay. The gambler is here. Yeah. Risky behavior for sure. People are doing things and don't even know why, and it's also a form of possession as well. Okay, some people are just waking up and deciding to go, shoot up a place or something, and it's not like them. Anyone in their family is like, we never saw any signs of any of this going on, all that kind of stuff. But they're being groomed in some kind of way, and it could just be media, like the social media has an agenda as well. Just like some news, play, they have an agenda as well. There's more truth coming out now than ever, I feel like, in the news. I feel like even the news anchors are getting tired of the skewed view, of something. And so a lot of truths are coming out also because people are like on YouTube, or, telling what's really going on. And it's waking people up. I really feel like it is. Dilettante, and then what else is this? Liberator, yeah, for sure. And that could also just be like spiritual teachers, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. What does that say? Outmoded beliefs? Excuse me. I saw molded though, like being molded, because especially with this teacher student right here, molding you to think all of these different things, releasing negative thought patterns is here as well. And so that's what I'm talking about with that grooming. I remember when I was a senior in high school and I had, you know, we were all figuring out where we were going to go to college. And I remember teachers just being like, well, if you don't go to a good college and you're not going to have this, and that. And I was just like, I'm not going to let somebody tell me that my life is going to turn to shit if I don't go to the right college. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, what is the right college? The right college is the right college for me. And I didn't go to a regular school. So I went to, college for a specific thing. And so in what I've chosen to do, it didn't have anything to do with regular college. Like I didn't have a bunch of essay papers and doing all this kind of stuff. I had like 4 classes. You know what I mean? I didn't have all this stuff, so their perception of what we should be doing to prepare ourselves for college, it was okay for the status quo, but what I chose to do with my life was just different. I chose a different path. I chose to go to school for fashion, you guys. I'll just say it. I chose to go to school for fashion. So I didn't have the same kind of setup like if I had just gone to, like a university or something like that. My setup was very different. And so my college life was very different, and if I had listened to somebody tell me, oh, if you go to this kind of college instead of that kind, if I had listened to that, then I would definitely not be on my right path right now. Okay. What else, Holy Spirit? Seeker. Yeah. So this says thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Exactly. Being willing to learn rather than being told what is going on. That's why I say it's very important for you to talk to your children about, what is going on, because they are constantly being groomed by social media, definitely by social media, and also this teachers. Yeah. poet expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Yeah, but the shadow side says turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. That's the music, okay? So that is like the music that is out right now. 44, on the clock. Okay, because that's a big part of it as well. The way the sound, like the megahertz of the music is like effective. And you can even Google this and look it up. And I even had one of my children look it up because she was listening to something. I was like, oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. And she was like, well, I'm just, listening to it for this. I was like, yeah. So what you need to do is just go look up like how music can affect you, period. So she looked it up, found out, she didn't know what megahertz meant. So I explained it to her. But what I did was just let her listen to music that was like, from like the 90s. And then I let her listen to something that was like from like now. And it was interesting because my dog even reacted to it. And so when I let her listen to something from the 90s, my dog was just like, sitting there, laying there, chewing on his toy. When I told her to switch to something now, my dog went under the bed and she became uncomfortable listening to it as well. And so it's like but she needed to know, you know what I mean? She got to see the difference. And so I don't know, you just have to teach your children about what's going on because the agenda is just real crazy right now. And teaching them good judgment as well. Femme Fatale is here. Yeah, that's another thing. Like the sexual stuff that's going on now. The artists that they choose to put out there the most are in this energy here. Inappropriate use of sensuality attached to money and power. Yes. It has become cute to get a BBL, I guess, to some people. Some things that people don't even know why they're doing them. They're just doing them for attention. But this is just giving like this bubble here is giving like BBL energy right here. Not wearing clothes, like barely dressed, having clothes on, like things like that, being in this beggar energy here. Trying to, use your sexuality for some kind of money or fame or something. I saw a short where it was like for Sweetest Day. This woman was like, oh, I want to fuck you or something like that. He was like, we're my president. Like, we already do that. I'm tired of that. And I just thought it was so funny. And I'm glad that it actually was out there, like that someone recorded that and that it actually got out there because some women don't have anything to offer except their bodies, except for sex. That's it. I mean, for you to literally be like, I want to fuck you is the Sweetest Day gift. Like, seriously? Like, that's it. You didn't even buy a gift. Like, roses are red, violets are blue, something, something, I want to fuck you. Like, it was like, that's it. He like, I'm tired of that. Like, where is my, so women nowadays have been like groomed to just think like, all I have to do is give you sex and you supposed to give me the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to give me money and respect and all this stuff like that, but they're not respecting themselves. So pushing the agenda of sex sales to where the person who's out there saying the most, ridiculous things are the ones that you see the most out there. That's the one who's being, like glorified, okay, by social media is the one that doesn't have any class, no couth, no self-respect, no nothing. And I look at a lot of celebrities and I will see something come up and I'll read the comments and they like, oh, you a baddie, you this, you that. And I'm sitting up there just like, wow, like this is where it is right now. Like, this is the world that we live in right now. And I have 2 daughters. Like, there's no way. There is no damn way. And so I try to teach them at a young age, like, sex does sell, but you do not have to sell your soul or your body to obtain wealth or self-respect or respect, from others. So anyway, let me just keep going. I could go all day about that. And also, I am going to say something like the fact that women are like, oh, taking me to Applebee's is not no date or something like that. Okay. Back in the day, a date was more than dinner. Okay. The dinner and the movie thing is not really a date. Okay. It is, I say it is a date because it depends on who you're with. Let me say that. Let me correct that. But I'll just say, like, people get too hung up on where they're going to eat rather than the person that they're going to meet. Okay. You're on a date to meet someone, to get to know someone. I saw this guy videotape this girl who was eating lobster. She didn't even know how to eat it. She literally just started biting the lobster and the shell and all. Like, she didn't even know how to eat it. But she probably demanded to go to a restaurant that, so she can get lobster. Okay. So that is a lack mentality. Okay. That is low vibrational energy, because you should be more focused on who you're with. Some of the best dates that I've been on were not at a restaurant. Like, I had somebody actually take me swinging, like, at a park. And I had so much fun. And it was a lunch date. Like, we went and got food and we ate at the park. And then he took me swinging, and I remember that because that was fun. We both had fun. You know what I mean? So a date is more than just going to dinner. That's how I should say it. A date is more than just going to dinner. Okay. When someone wants to take you out on a date and they figure out something creative to do, it's easy to take somebody to eat. Okay. But getting to know someone, being in a setting where you can get to know somebody, that's a date in my mind, or at least that's what it used to be, because we didn't have all the stuff that we do now. Okay. And so I feel like there's just, I don't know, there's just a need to just kind of come out of this mindset, because a lot of times it's self-sabotage. Okay. Yeah, being worried about the wrong things, for sure. I just heard that. Okay, so it says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. And then the shadow is inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instructions. And that's what I feel like. It's just the false instructions. You know what I'm saying? That's the grooming. That's what you're seeing on social media. And here's Don Juan. It's the same thing, with men using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Okay, knowing when you're being used for something. And it's interesting to me that people still feel like, oh, I fed you, so you should fuck me tonight. Like, what? You asked me out on a date, but you feel like I owe you something just because you fed me tonight. Like, I could have fed myself. Is something else going on? Do you even know what my favorite color is? Do you know what my middle name is? Did you ask me any questions like that on the date? You know what I mean? So just being awakened and knowing, using your discernment. But sometimes it's what somebody is not saying. Sometimes it's what they're not asking. You know what I mean? You could be with somebody for 5 months and they don't nothing about you, but the sex is good. You know what I mean? And that's about it. Okay, y'all go eat, y'all do all this stuff for the gram, whatever, but y'all don't know anything about each other. So dating should be getting to know somebody. You know what I mean? And it's just turned into like a whole skewed view. So anyway, you guys, I'm just going to leave it there. I've talked enough. It's 52 minutes. So thank you if you are still here listening. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.